Welcome to The Awakening. This is episode 1 of my series about being the sovereign woman. It wasn't one big, grandiose awakening. It was 1,000 whispers that nudged me to remember that I am the sovereign woman. And man, that is even hard to say, that I am Brittany Fry. I am the sovereign woman. I can say it with confidence now, but it's not easy sometimes to admit that, because I am human and I am learning and unraveling and being so many different things to devote myself to being the sovereign woman. And I want to share my story with you in hopes that this will be part of your remembering, that this will be an activation for you to say, I am the sovereign woman, or I am the sovereign being. That is who I am. Because I believe that we all are. And I want to share my journey. I want to tell you my story because I find it fascinating. And as I speak, I will probably surprise myself with what comes out of my mouth. But this is real, this is raw, and this is unedited. So let's get started. The place where I want to start on this journey is admitting some hard truths, some of my shadows. So many years ago, I was working with a coach and she had us take a self-saboteur test. Now, let me tell you, if you have ever found out what your self-saboteurs, how you sabotage yourself, if you've ever figured those out, let me guess, it probably pissed you off. I was not okay for a long time. My number one self-saboteur is people pleasing. I was fucking pissed. Let's just say that. For a year, maybe pushing 2 years, I was mad. And I went to the extreme opposite. I was like, people pleaser? Oh, hell no. I'm going to start to create boundaries. I'm going to start to say no. I'm going to start to put myself first. And it tested me in all the ways that it could possibly have tested me. And it still tests me to this day, because I still am healing the wounds that have created my saboteur to be the people pleaser. And I think people pleasing is so common. I actually did a case study a couple years ago about people who identified as people pleasers. There's a lot. And I believe that we are people pleasers because we want to be loved. We want to be liked. We want to be accepted. We want to fit in with certain people. We want to receive certain things. And people are selfish, right? It's about me, right? I want this, so I better do this. Think about the time when you were a kid, you were in grade school, and you wanted the teacher to give you attention. So you had to act a certain way. You had to say certain things. Or maybe even in your home life. Maybe in order to feel the love from your parents or grandparents, you had to act a certain way. You had to show up and do something and be something for them. Or otherwise, maybe you were shamed or shunned or whatever, right? It doesn't really matter how it happened. It happens. It just naturally happens. And as a mom myself, I can see this in my own kids. I can see how people expect things of my kids, even myself. It's the pattern that just continues to be recreated. And I'm hopeful that the awareness that I have for myself will heal this wounding in the generations before me and after me. And I'm trying to teach that to my children. I digress. Anyways, so that was one of the key components of me understanding myself, trying to know myself. And I believe that if you are wrapped up in being a people pleaser and always trying to seek validation, always trying to seek how you're going to fit in, how you're seeking to receive love from people or to feel accepted by them, when you're caught up in that, you're not necessarily being the sovereign being. you're being what everybody else wants you to be. You're wearing many different masks to fit in. And that's who I've been most of my life. It wasn't until a few months ago. Well, first of all, I want to share that I have been working on this people-pleasing pattern for many years now, 5+ years. And I'm human, and it's a lot of work, and it's hard work, and it takes devotion to yourself in every situation to remind yourself, like, I am the sovereign woman. I don't have to do that, and it doesn't mean I'm not kind. And so anyways, recently, after my kids started back to school, I found myself asking myself almost daily, like, who am I? Who am I? What am I here to do? What's the impact that I want to create? How do I want to be remembered? What is the work that I'm here to bring to other people? And I want to give a huge shout out to Holly Burgess, because she, among many, many other people, but she has been a huge influence on this journey of being and allowing myself to acknowledge that I am the sovereign woman. So I wanted to give her a huge shout out, because when I found myself in this place of, who am I? I'm exhausted. I don't know anymore. I had a session with her, and we unraveled a lot, so much. And she helped me to see in myself, channeled from her higher self and my higher self, to create this beautiful energy and to acknowledge that I am the sovereign woman. And again, I've worked with so many people, and every person has been a huge stepping stone in my journey. But it was within that moment, within that session, that I remembered my fire. I remembered that this is who I am, and this is who I came here to be. And so over the course of a few days of working with her and having her reflect so much back to me, the sovereign woman was born, not only within me, but within a program that I have now created for my clients. And as I have been working on developing and really putting together, the program is there. It's a 6-week beautiful program. But as I work through it myself, and as I'm taking my first client through it, it is evolving and expanding in new and beautiful and amazing ways. And I cannot wait to share more of that with you in this series. So I will say that in that session, I was saying that this fire in me was, I want to say, rekindled. I knew that there was always the fire within me. I am an Aries. I'm a fire sign. Although I felt like I didn't know who I was, of course my soul always knows. Of course there's parts of me that remember, but I felt lost. I really did. But it wasn't it's not like I completely forgot. It's that I needed to feel that flame. I needed to feel that fire. I needed somebody to reflect back to me who I came here to be. The journey of healing, the journey of being human is about remembering. It's about remembering that you are sovereign. It's about remembering that everything that you seek outside of yourself is actually within you. It's about the 1,000 whispers or the 1,000 nudges that are trying to get your attention, that you're like, yeah. It's those things. It's the people that are brought into your life for a reason. It's the videos that you're watching that you're like, this is why I'm watching this. This is why I'm drawn to that person. This these moments of awakening, these nudges, these thoughts, they're not by accident. They're here as stepping stones. They're here as sacred, I was just looking, they're here as sacred keys. I have a key hanging on my wall that I was just drawn to look at. So in this series, I'm going to share many, many different parts with you, because being sovereign is not a destination. It's a homecoming. It's coming home to yourself. It's a devotion to yourself every single day. It's about choosing yourself moment by moment, conflict by conflict, relationship by relationship. It's coming back to you over and over again. Not pointing the blame to somebody else, rather thanking that person for reflecting back to you exactly what it is that you need to remember in that moment. So maybe, maybe your awakening isn't some massive, like, your whole world just blew up. Maybe it's the moment, and if it is, beautiful. I honor that. But maybe it's the quiet whispers. It's the nudges that are telling you, hey, pay attention. And so this is your invitation to stop searching outside of yourself and come back home to you. Come back to your sovereignty. And I wanted to share for a moment. And it was probably 2020 when I first started hearing about sovereignty and being sovereign, and all of the noise and the chaos that's happening outside of us and out in the world. It's still happening 5 years later and will continue to happen. This woman kept saying, but come back to your sovereignty. You are a sovereign being. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I was just like, oh, okay. I knew that there was some reason why we were here experiencing the world that we're experiencing. And so if you're questioning yourself, like, am I sovereign? What does sovereign mean? Stick around, okay? Because yes, you are. And it's about remembering or becoming or just being. And I want you to join me along this journey because it's going to be great. And I roll my eyes because I'm like, I have no idea what's coming, but I know it's going to be good. And I know you're here for a reason. So please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications for future videos in this series, and please leave a comment and let me know what resonated with you the most on episode 1, The Awakening.